So, how does it feel? First Australian Olympic rock climber.
It's a pretty surreal experience to, be called an Olympian. Like that, it's just like, what do you say to that? Like, it's such a bizarre thing. Like, we're in a sport that wasn't an Olympic sport when I started doing it. But what Aussie kid that played sport didn't ever want to be the captain of the Australian cricket team or an Olympian? Like, and climbing is suddenly that sport. And, I went through a whole roller coaster of whether or not I was going to do it and all that sort of stuff. And then just to go through that whole experience and get here is just insane. But it's going to take a very long time to work out how it feels, other than just bloody brilliant.
Is it somewhat of an early Christmas present?
Oh yeah, best early Christmas present ever. Yeah, I think it was so surreal, and I didn't want to, like, everyone's like, it's you, and it's like, there's still one more kilometre to go. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up just in case something happens. But then, it's like happened, and it just, I don't understand like what it's going to feel like. But Christmas is going to be good now. Yeah, no matter what happens, everything's awesome.
Awesome. So maybe describe a bit of the weekend for me, how the routes, the vibe, and then ultimately sort of your feeling going into this morning's competition.
Yeah, so the weekend, it's been really fun. There's a lot to deal with around the COVID stuff. We had the Sydney COVID outbreak kick off, and that was all a bit kind of spooky, but I just, there's rumours flying around as to what's going to happen and how things are going to work and blah, 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 but it was just like, all I can do is control what I can control, and that is when I step onto the wall, what I do there. And that's just what I tried to do through the whole weekend, and even just leading up to it as things were changing. And it's the one thing that you can do is just control your space. There's no point in extending extra energy to try and work out something else. And so I've just kind of tried to play with that through the whole thing. I didn't want to know where people were in the rankings or anything like that, and just tried to stick on. But it was pretty awesome. Like, we had a full field of guys. Campbell had to leave, unfortunately, after the speed, just to try and get home for the Victoria Border Cross. But there's a very, very strong field of guys, and we all pushed each other. And I think the way that the comp ended up, none of us would have been satisfied if someone wasn't there. Like, we all, Tom Farrell and James especially, like, they really pushed me to do better and try harder and really just dig in when you didn't really want to. So it was awesome. And I think just like the teamwork as well, like, it's an individual sport, but gosh, it's been amazing to be a part of the Oceania team as well. Like, Chase is a good friend. He's the Kiwi climber for this event. It's a team sport with individual shooting off to do their little thing, and that's really rad. And I think that'll be a cool thing to see develop in the future as well, is just making it a real cohesive team, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
I was going to say that the next question, but I'll redirect it to how do you think the world will react to seeing rock climbing in the Olympics?
You can't help it.
Just to let you know, everyone, we are just in 1 or 2 interviews, and then we do the budget. Should be another 5-10 minutes.
I think people are going to be stoked to see climbing at the Olympics. You just see it in the explosion of the bouldering gyms across the country at the moment, and people just love it. And I was chatting with Amanda, my partner, in the car trip on the way down this morning. It's like, I wonder where climbing's going to be. Is it going to be squash of the 90s, or is it going to be something that hangs around like cricket and everyone's doing it? And I think it will be something that hangs around, and this is just the beginning of it just shooting off into the future, and it's going to be pretty incredible to just see where it goes, because this is the beginning.